Hello, everybody, and welcome to Speak On It. As you see, all three fellas is in the building. I hope everybody is having a joyous and wonderful weekend. A little rainy yesterday, but today was pretty decent around here, as far as I could tell. But
Beautiful day.
how's the week been for you guys, man? How's the week been, fellas?
Uh, the week been cool for me. The weekend went by quick, but it's just like I feel
Always.
like I ain't, ain't do nothing. But y'all know, listen, we on baby watch, man. So like any day now.
Any
So
day now. All right. So if Dom goes black, just know we know where he went. All right.
Yeah.
So today was the WNBA All Star Game. I'll keep it 100. I don't watch any All Star games, so I'm not going to watch that one either. But they did something interesting. They had a 4-pointer and no free throws. So it was just points and play on. Y'all think the NBA could do something like that?
I I I think the NBA can. I think the NBA is always good at adapting to things and then trying out new things. Hence, the playing tournament. But I think that they should introduce the 4 point line or 4 point whatever it is. They should introduce that because it'll reward people like Steph. Yeah, Dame. Just people who got that range. Yeah, because now you would literally have to guard him or Dame. Yeah, whoever has that range, as soon as they cross half court or wherever they put the line, you basically got to guard. And I also think what it would do is if we're talking about an offensive game, if they extend the line, now it literally makes you have to guard that further, and it opens up the floor, opens up spacing.
I like that 4 pointer idea. Um, I think that, to Dom's point, it'll definitely have it to where you have to step up on the shooters. If you want to make it a competitive game as well, a little bit of defense, then you know what I mean. That's intriguing because you know that there's some that's going to try it that just because it's All Star, you know what I mean. Game Giannis might try a 4 pointer, so it'll definitely bring some excitement to the game.
Man,
As far
after
as
the All-Star game, I'm talking about regular NBA.
this, I think that might be a little too much for the NBA, like the regular game.
I don't know. I think a 4-point line, like maybe 3 to 5 feet behind the current 3-point line. You might have to make the floor a little wider.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that way you can have a 4-point line in the corner as
Hmm.
well. Um, but I wouldn't be opposed to a 4-point line in a regular NBA game. You got these guys, most guys are shooting from 25, 30 on a regular basis. Most of the
Yeah,
time it's unnecessary, but they go for it regardless. And a lot of them make it. A lot of them got that range.
Regular.
So, right, you know what I mean? So, like, you stepping out there range, I think getting four instead of three. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I
it,
also,
it changes the game though. Like you
Yeah,
already have Curry that's already changed the game as far as shooting at the line versus 10 feet away from the line. It's still 3 points regardless, but that 4 point, if you add that 4 pointer in, bro, like you had these 8 year olds, 9 year olds trying to shoot from half court, man.
now, I think that is something that should only be implemented at the NBA level.
NBA level,
I
yeah.
don't think there should be a 4-pointer at any other level, even the collegiate level. I don't
Hmm.
think there should be a 4-pointer. I think that is something that should be exclusively for the
The
highest
grown men.
level. Yeah, the highest level, of competition in basketball in the world. So, but what about the free throws in the All Star game? No free
oh,
throws. No
real
free
quick
throw
about
attempts.
real quick about the 3 point line. 4 point line. I also think it makes you play more man to man defense, and it actually make coaches strategize more if they do add it. Because if the floor is
Yeah,
space more spacing, the zones, you ain't gonna be able to play all them zones like how you normally would.
Nah, you're not gonna be able to cover everything in the zone.
That
So-
definitely adds another component to prepare for as well.
Absolutely.
So, but the free
Going
throws,
8-0 run for 2 possessions, bro.
Hey,
That's
hey,
crazy.
but listen, I don't think everybody gonna be able to do it because again, as much as we see Steph, Dame, maybe Trey, everybody ain't gonna be able to do it.
But they're gonna train for it though.
Even if you train, it's like even what you train, like you don't think people are still trying to train for it now? Like since Steph and them have been doing it, people have been
Yeah.
trying to train for it, but I think that's a gift. Like to have the strength, the conditioning, you know what I mean, the accuracy to be able to shoot from that distance. I think that's a gift. I don't think everybody's gonna be able to train for that.
I think with Curry is part gift and part DNA.
Okay, so everybody ain't got that.
No, they
However,
don't.
his dad never had that range. His brother don't got that range now.
That's why I said it's half and half. It's half and half.
The shooting is probably DNA. The range is, I think that's
the
gift.
gift. That's
Yeah,
the gift.
that's the gift. That's the
the
gift that Most High has blessed upon that light skinned man.
Like I said, Dame got it too. Dame,
Yeah.
Trey. This is a select few. So I think we're still going to see. Like I think people will try to attempt them, especially strategy wise. Like you're down 4. Okay, we just going to go for a 4-point play. So, but the free throws, no free throws. I think I'm cool with the no free throws in the All-Star game. I can't do no free throws in the game.
Oh no, definitely not in a regular game. But in an All-Star game, it keeps the game going. You know, you don't have to get that break for free throws. And one, everybody stays in that moment with the momentum. You know what I mean? So I think in an All-Star game, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. But it also again takes away strategy if you decide you want to start fouling somebody down the stretch. It's out the window now because you're getting points and not free throw attempts. So
now, especially like how they have it set up now, I think when they first implemented this All-Star version, I think Anthony Davis won it like for free throws. For me, an All-Star game, the way they have it set up, it shouldn't end off with free throws. You should have to go get a bucket.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that one too.
Definitely agree with that too.
So, but Dom, you had a question for us?
Yeah, man. So sticking with the theme of the WNBA, right? So I think Sue is retiring. I think Sylvia
Fowles.
She's retiring, and it had me thinking, who is the GOAT of the WNBA? We always talk about who the GOAT is in NBA, so it had me thinking, who's the GOAT in the WNBA?
That is
And this is now. Let's be clear, everybody. Okay, this is not who's the GOAT of women's basketball. This is who's the GOAT of their time during the WNBA. So, like the Shura Millers, she didn't play in the WNBA. So don't nobody come for us if we don't say Shura Miller. All right. Like Cynthia Cooper played a short stint in the WNBA. So we're probably not gonna say her name either. Go ahead.
So for me, right, I think it has to be broken down to categories because I think it's just too many. Like I think everybody can be a GOAT. So like I say, like LeBron is a GOAT. Yeah, I mean, like not. I think he's a GOAT. I think Jordan's a GOAT. I think Candace Parker had me thinking the other day. Just longevity, her numbers, assists, rebounds, points. Like for me, she is the LeBron of her era. Just longevity wise, like, and she facing the title now. Sue Bird, I think she's the greatest point guard in the WNBA of all time. I almost put her in like the Steph category.
Wait a minute, Sue and Steph?
Yeah, especially Maya Moore.
I would see Sue as a Chris Paul.
She got chips, bro.
Chris Paul to me is not. Chris Paul to me is not
She got
a
chips.
goat.
Yeah, she does have chips.
And Chris Paul not
I'm
a
just
goat
saying
in my opinion.
her style of play.
I get you.
Definitely pure point guard.
Yeah, pure point guard. But she also like you said, she gets buckets. She got 4 rings.
I'm with you. But for me, it's Tarazi, man. Like
Diana.
Yeah, man. Like that's who it is for me. I just feel like longevity, consistently at a high level, winner. Like I just think it's Tarazi, in my opinion.
DT, are you with me? I would say Taurasi too, but I really wish that Cynthia Cooper had more time in the WNBA. I mean, she got 4 rings, she got Finals MVP, she got 2 MVPs. She was at the tail end of her basketball time, so but she got some credibility. Um, Candace Parker definitely has the stats to back it up, but DT overall is she's probably the one that people would be chasing, and she's still playing at a high level right now. So
yeah, DT. I just pulled up some stuff because I'm starting thinking like Simone Augustus. Yeah, I mean 4 championships, 2-way player. I mean,
It's
Maya
a lot
Moore
of
played more.
It's a lot of them.
yeah, you know Maya Moore was my personal favorite.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you know my girl. Yeah, I mean if she get another. Yeah, I mean another one. She got going to go. Deladon.
I was going to say Elena's going to be in that conversation probably at some point in time. Like she has the numbers. She's going to have the accolades. So,
Dang, yo, it got to be Sue Bird, man. It has to be. Well, you know what? Diana Taurasi is the all-time leading scorer in the WNBA, but Sue Bird 7th.
Yeah, it's no knock on Sue Bird, man. Like if somebody say Sue Bird, I'm not gonna say you wrong or I disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because the resume speaks for itself.
Definitely.
I'm looking at Candace Parker.
It's a lot of them that can put their name in that hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the league is still so young. You know what I mean? So all of these players, their eras are kind of intertwined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as we get further and further into their history, I think you'll be able to separate some of these ladies from the other ones. But right now, it's probably 10 to 12 of them that you can make an argument for.
Easily. I'm looking at the list. I'm like, I forgot about a bunch of people on this joint.
Man, like Cheryl Swoops. Like, there's so many people. There's so many people that you can talk about who's had extraordinary careers in the WNBA. And it's also, in my opinion, if you like basketball, it's a really good product.
Yeah.
If you're looking for entertainment and highlights, not so much. But if you just like basketball, I think it's a really good product.
Yeah, pure basketball, fundamental. Even though some of these girls out here,
their handles, the step back game it's equivalent. It's for women doing those moves against women. It's equivalent to what the men do against men. I'll watch it and I'll be like, man, her handles is better than some of the dudes in the NBA.
Bro.
Just being honest. You know what I mean? And these ladies can score. Yeah. I watch these games and I'm like, she got 30 already? Like, goodness gracious. Like some of these girls, they can really go. And again, I don't watch any All-Star game. I don't remember the last time I watched an NBA All-Star game. I haven't watched a Pro Bowl since college.
Oh, Pro Bowl is
And
They still got that going.
yeah.
I don't know why. They need to turn that into a 7-on-7.
That's what it looks like right now.
They need to turn it into a 7-on-7 or a flag football tournament or something, because 11-on-11 isn't a good product because nobody wants to get hurt. Understandably, it's an exhibition game in Hawaii or Southern California. Who wants to get hurt when you're out there? So turn it into a 7-on-7 tournament, a flag football tournament, do something. But NFL, you need to change that. But I don't watch any All-Star games.
Yo, pure basketball heads, man, listen. We gotta do a top 10 WNBA stuff, something, dog. I'm sitting looking at,
bro. We gotta start at 20, bro. Like there's too many. It's too many of them. It's too many. Just quality basketball players in the WNBA, and when you look at a lot of their teams, they'll have 3-4 bona fide superstars on those teams, and those ladies have to sacrifice. Like we did a post on Tina Thompson. She played with Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops. She could have easily been the best player on that team, but she was like, I'll just fall back and win these 4 rings.
That team was loaded.
Yeah, that team was loaded, man. Like we talked about pure point guards. We gotta talk about Teresa Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope, man. She could do everything at the Liberty when she was with the Liberty, man.
Tamika Catchings.
Don't forget about Dawn Staley and the Charlotte Sting.
Dawn Staley.
Like there's so, like I said, there's so many great women's basketball players.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But we can definitely do a top 15. How about that?
We definitely gotta do it. Like, yo, I didn't even know Cappy Pondexter was getting buckets like this.
Are you serious?
Yo, what?
No, but listen, she top
bucket
6.
Walking bucket.
She was a walking bucket since high school, man. I remember.
And it was her, DT, and Penny Taylor all on the same team.
Man, yo, it's some, like I said, it's really, really good product if you like basketball. So, but
yes,
let's get to what we here for.
Yes, sir.
First of all, Pac-12 news.
Drum roll.
USC and UCLA. All 3 of us are Big Ten fans. So, what y'all think?
Me personally, I don't think UCLA and USC want that smoke. I just don't. I don't think they want that smoke. Because again, when you go into a Michigan or Penn State or Ohio State in November, it's different than playing in California. It's different than playing in sunny California. Like, yeah, they California kids. Again, no knock to California kids. But again, it's just a different atmosphere. It's a different weather. Like, you're going to go from playing where it's sunshine all the time to now you got to go to a below wet, like, and then
So you can't do it.
No. Anyway, listen. I'm gonna just speak for Penn State. Showing up to coming from California, showing up to a whiteout game, like USC ain't got a face nothing like that in the Pac-12.
But the USC does have Lincoln Riley now, right?
Yeah, he a California person too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's done well at Oklahoma, and I think that, I mean, of course, it's a money move, of course, but second, I feel as though that this will help them in a sense to where you'll have marquee matchups. Like you actually would see a possible, like, USC could possibly go in the Rose Bowl as a Big Ten
That's
champion.
gonna be interesting the first time it
What
happens.
like what if like you know what I mean? Like what if that like not saying they'll do it this year or whenever they join the what was it 2024
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a big
or
thing.
like that to me is mind boggling. Like you would have never seen USC versus Utah in the Rose Bowl. Like
yeah, I get that.
that
I'm just talking about from an
wow.
on court perspective. I mean, on field
It,
perspective.
it's basketball as well, correct?
Yeah, it's all sports.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be different basketball wise, but I don't think it's a issue basketball wise. You know what I mean? But from a football perspective, I just think it's gonna be difficult for them to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, always playing and they play sunny teams. Now you got to play a Michigan, Ohio State, a Penn State. I mean,
Well, they go up to the Pacific Northwest too. They go to Washington and
where it's
Oregon
raining.
and Oregon
He
State.
said
But
it's
it's
raining.
cold. But it's still
It's
cold.
raining.
But it's
It
still
ain't
cold.
snowing.
I don't think it's more so the weather. I think it's more so the culture. Like you said, going to the whiteout games, you going to the Michigan where it's over
And North
100,000
is
seats,
gonna be crazy.
like over
Now Oregon get
100,000
crazy too,
seats.
but
I think it's a good move for both programs. I think getting out of the Pac-12 is gonna boost them, especially going to another major conference like the Big Ten. It'll help in recruiting because let's be real, people were not flocking to go to the Pac-12 anymore.
people were flocking to go to USC.
Eh,
It's USC,
yeah, but they weren't. Their recruiting classes weren't jumping off the charts or anything.
and I still think
The last few years, I think this will help. I'm not saying that they're getting ready to go and be super competitive. I think in the pecking order, right now, 6th, 7th in the conference.
You said USC and you
Yeah,
said they're 6th, 7th in the conference now.
and if they were to join the Big Ten right
Oh,
now,
okay, yeah, I can see that.
right, with Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, Wisconsin, USC.
I think they might be better. I think they might be better than Wisconsin.
I'm not going to say that because Wisconsin always plays good defense and can run the football, and when you can control that, that makes you competitive. Now, once Lincoln gets his guys in at USC, if he can recruit at USC anything like he did at Oklahoma, I can see USC competing for a Big Ten championship after a couple of years.
The quarterback wouldn't win him, did he?
Yeah, Caleb. I think the boy from he did.
And I've heard that they've got a lot of transfers.
I think the boy from boy from Pitt, the wide receiver from Pitt, is possibly going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Addison. I forget his first name, but he was a beast. I think he won the Biletnikoff Award last year. So I think he'll go. I think they'll have some good transfers. But again, to what Bibb is saying, 7th you said Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So you said it'd be an 8th.
Yeah, right now I think Lincoln Riley at USC, he's a name that can get recruits there.
Mm-hmm.
If he can recruit, they'll be competitive.
I don't know because I'm thinking, who was he really recruiting at Oklahoma?
I mean, he did have did he Baker Mayfield?
Baker came. I think Baker really wasn't a big name until he got because he transferred from Texas Tech, I believe.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you've got this reputation now. Baker was a number 1 pick, and
but
a Heisman Trophy winner.
That offense is always humming. Defense
Yeah.
is always trash. Defense is always trash.
Yeah.
But offensively, they doing something. They were doing something in Oklahoma. You know,
Right.
maybe it was the Big 12,
Like I
but
say, I think it's the more the Big 12 than
it might be the Big
anything else.
12. But
Because when they ran
they
some
were
championship games,
yeah, but most of the time it was because they couldn't stop a nosebleed. So
yeah,
they were always when you are in that situation where you got to score points and you playing against those NFL defenses that's got 3, 4, 5 pass rushers. Yeah, they get ready to eat your quarterback alive because all they got to do is pin their ear back and go get the quarterback because you down 3 touchdowns in the first quarter.
well, that's what he gonna listen.
That's what he's going to be experiencing probably the first year in the Big Ten.
Well, his whole time in the Big Ten, bruh.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think Lincoln Riley combined with that USC brand, I think that's gonna attract some kids.
So Ohio State gonna stop recruiting?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna I think he can control Southern California.
Okay, maybe, but I'm just saying the blue like Penn State's, Ohio State's, Michigan's, Iowa's, they are always going. Well, with the exception maybe of Ohio State, they're going to roll out a great defense. They're going to roll out a beast defense. He still got to go. He's going to have to face those defenses. The defenses he was facing in
the Big 12 was trash. In the Big 12 was trash. Yes, granted.
Except Utah.
Are you talking about in the Pac-12?
Yeah,
or the Big 12, or the Big
Pac-12.
Big 12. In the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Oh nah, those. But USC was trash. I don't think they'll be trash under Lincoln.
Listen,
I don't think they'll be trash under Lincoln.
Final 2 years, his last 2 years, and his last year in Oklahoma wasn't impressive to me.
But last year, the year before when he benched Spencer Rattler. Yeah, but I think that was more on Spencer because he was playing terrible, and then they went with the youngin who wasn't that much better.
But he started playing well.
But he started playing well enough.
I do got to see it with him in a higher competition. Because
I think
higher competition.
We'll see what happens. I think USC will be competitive in football. They'll come in 24. That'll be his third full season there. Yeah, I say about 25, 26. They'll be competitive in the Big Ten. UCLA, is Chip still there, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because I kept thinking. I thought last year he was going to turn the corner.
They started looking good. They started out good,
and then reality set in, and it wasn't the same. But I think that's more of a. I know. I mean, like with Esmond, I think that was more of a basketball decision for them.
I think Chip should leave UCLA.
I think he should have been left UCLA.
Where he gonna go?
Listen, I think Chip is the offensive mind. I just think in football, he's never going to get the recruits that he need to be competitive in that. And now he's going to the Big Ten. He's not going to get UCLA. It's a basketball school.
But where he gonna go?
I guarantee there's probably a lot. Watching what he's done from and to his past, there's probably teams he can go to, schools he can go to.
A program that's better than UCLA?
Probably more offensive.
Something to open up. Somebody will do something dumb or some.
UCLA is
some AD will be upset with
a basketball team. It's a basketball school.
No, I get that, but at the same time, like, I mean, he's done okay at UCLA. Nothing to where I don't see anyone scratching at the scratching at the bit or whatever it's called.
I think you're still bitter from your San Fran, from him being in San Fran.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm looking at him at present time. They were
But I
what?
just think
They were 8-4 last year.
and that's good. That's good in UCLA because
That's
it's a
good, but it's not
basketball
like.
school.
But they've had talent come through UCLA before. We say
Yeah,
that, but at the same
we talk
time,
about sprinkled in here and
Oregon,
there.
when he was at Oregon, Oregon was known as what? They weren't like he built Oregon's program, right
But
or
they got
wrong.
Nike there. Like players are lining up to
no,
go
I'm
play for
saying,
Oregon.
but he started that run, right
Right.
or wrong. So
But
and
what's the
before
UCLA?
that, Oregon was not considered like they made the Pro Bowl. What year was that? When was it Achilles Smith that there was a quarterback?
No,
Or
I
my
think they
bad.
made. I think they made. I think they
Was it
made
Achilles
a.
Smith?
I think they were competitive before he got there. They were competitive, but he what?
Oh, no, I'll look it up myself. Achilles Smith.
But Esmond just said it, and I put it up there. But I think all three of those big names in Florida in a couple of years could be looking for another head coach. Miami, Florida, and Florida State.
So, I think Miami just got a coach, right? Miami just got a coach.
Yeah, but it's Miami.
Florida just got a coach too. So
yeah, but it's Florida. Those three programs, you're on a very, very short leash because they expect you to be winning immediately because all three programs you can recruit because you have the best base to recruit from.
Yep. And let's be real. Chip Kelly has only failed one coach and one coaching spot. Winning wise. He's only failed in one coaching spot.
And that's the NFL.
And that's only with San Fran.
I was gonna say, and that's not he wasn't the first college coach to go and not have success at the NFL level. So
hey, just because he went 10-6
record in Philadelphia,
does not mean
he just has a losing record in San Fran.
Fail in Philadelphia. He kicked everybody out, bro.
But he didn't fail. Like he was 10-6. He was 10-6 and made the playoffs in his first 2 years. He just rubbed people the wrong way.
He didn't fail as a coach. He failed as the GM.
He didn't fail as a coach. He failed as the GM.
Okay.
He failed as the GM. He knows offense.
Yeah,
that's what that is without a doubt. He knows how to put an offensive scheme together and it be successful, which is why I feel like if things don't work out in Southern California, try South Florida.
Yeah, just UCLA. Listen, it's always going to be tough to try to build a football program at UCLA.
I didn't know he started out as a DC.
Wow.
He don't coach. He don't even attempt to coach it now.
He said, "Listen, he learned something, man. You got to score.
Well, maybe that's why he's so good at offense. At offense, because he knows defenses. So
yeah.
But basketball wise, I think UCLA comes in immediately.
Dominates the Big Ten.
I'm not gonna say dominate. I'm not gonna say dominate.
I ain't
I'm not gonna say dominate. But top 2, 3 easily. Easily top 2, 3.
Okay.
They were one of the best teams in the country last year.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
wasn't that because of Johnny though?
Yes.
And
but they always have good. They all listen.
Yeah. You're right.
They're going to get California kids.
Who's their coach? He used to coach Cincinnati, right?
He got his son.
I don't know who the coach is.
Yeah,
I can see his face, but I can't. Can't think of his name. But yeah, I think they can go into the Big Ten in 2024.
Mick Cronin, there it is.
And be competitive and potentially,
bruh. Well, I ain't gonna say they come and dominate because you got Michigan State there.
You got Michigan, you got Michigan State. You never know what you're gonna get from Wisconsin. You never know what you're gonna get from Iowa. Illinois Illinois can be competitive. Purdue's gonna be competitive. So Maryland. So there's some Big Ten teams that UCLA can compete with.
But they ain't gonna listen.
But
I'm looking at all the teams that they got. They're still not going to have the NBA pipeline that UCLA is going to have.
absolutely not.
So that's going to be very interesting, to say at least for big, what is it? Big 18 football. How many schools in the Big 10 now? It ain't 10.
It ain't 10.
Them two would make 14.
The Big 14.
If memory serves me correctly. But now
Them two would make 16.
Yeah.
The Big 16.
So what does the Pac-12 do?
We got Mountain West teams.
I think the Pac-12 is. I mean, you still got Oregon in there.
Nah, you gotta replace those. You've got to replace those two teams.
Where though? From
Like that's legacy.
And you better you better try to go get like the Boise. You better try to go get a Boise State that's right there. You better try to go get a San Diego State.
I heard they're trying to look at get Cincinnati.
See, if I'm Cincinnati, I'm talking to Notre Dame, and I'm trying to go to the Pac-12. I mean, to the Big 12.
Yeah.
The Big 12.
I would try to cut down on as much travel as possible. That's a lot of travel.
I'm also trying to make sure that I set myself up for success.
Man, you don't think Notre Dame and Cincinnati can go and win the Big 12?
I think Notre Dame can.
I think Cincinnati could.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati could too.
With no Oklahoma and no Texas? Don't forget, they're in the SEC.
Still got Baylor.
Yeah.
Still got Oklahoma State, who
Mike Gundy always found a way to choke it at the end.
But listen,
because guess what? He's still gonna be playing. He's still gonna play Oklahoma every year in that rivalry. Like Oklahoma State always feels like they're one or two pieces away. You don't know where it's supposed to come from. Like, is it the defensive line? Is it the offensive line? Is it receiver? Is it the quarterback? You never know with Oklahoma State. And Cincinnati play defense.
But so does Oregon State. So I'm so Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Still got Iowa State.
Those are spotty. Those are spotty teams that they think if they win 8 games, they're happy.
I think Cincinnati the same way. I think Cincinnati had a run.
I think Cincinnati's here to stay. I think their coach has them where they're going to be here to stay.
They have to have the talent.
It was kind of like the coach. Who was the coach at UCF? And he left for like whatever reason. And I was like, why would you leave the brand that you built up to this point? And I think he left and went to like Nebraska. I think it's Frost.
Okay.
Yeah. Like why? Like I know Nebraska's the bigger brand, but
he went to school there, didn't he?
I could care less, dude. You are shining.
Yeah.
At UCF. Now you wasn't gonna get you were trying to get that seat at the table. Understandable. You're never gonna get that seat at the table and break through in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the 90s no more. Nobody's going to Nebraska to play football. They're not.
Shout out to Tommy Frazier.
You're not gonna build that program back to where it was. I felt like he should have stayed at UCF, but I feel like the coach in Cincinnati right now, I think he's in the same situation where he's building that program up. And I feel like the opportunity has presented itself to go to a major Power 5 conference. And now you don't have to worry about getting snubbed if you go out and take care of business in that conference. And Notre Dame just needs to find a conference. I don't care who they go to, whether it's the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, the Pac-12. Just find a conference.
I thought they should have been at the Big 10. That made sense. And then I thought they were going to do, like it made sense for them to do the ACC for football. They're already in it for basketball.
I would stay independent if I'm I would stay in the Big because if I go to the Big Ten again, culture wise, again they gotta play them. They gotta play them cultures. If I go to
They already play majority of them anyway.
They ain't playing Penn State. They ain't playing Michigan. Like they playing, but they ain't playing the Penn States every year. They ain't playing Michigan every year. They ain't.
No, Michigan was a rivalry that at one point was every year. Hopefully, they can get back to that. But at one point, they had basically a Big Ten schedule, and then rivals. Like they were playing Illinois, Michigan State, Michigan, and then you get the USC's and the Stanfords and Navy. Like get in a conference. I feel like they don't do enough because they don't have a conference. So most of the time the resume isn't that great, and it's their brand that gets them over the top.
Which is why we stay independent because
but that's not helping you.
Also, I don't think losing to Michigan, Penn State, or Ohio State is going to help me either.
But you got a loser's mentality already, though, brother. You going in thinking you're gonna lose?
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about them. I don't think they're going to be able to beat them.
I think they can. I think they can beat those teams. I think Brian Kelly can have.
Brian Kelly and LSU now.
Whomever the coach is now.
Yeah, who took over? I got you.
I think they can bring in the talent because of the brand, and now you put a conference behind that brand. I feel like that boosts versus staying independent. And now the only thing we have to rely on every year is our name instead of actually what we do on the football field.
Hey,
I'm trying to think of the last quarterback they had. The last
Brian Kelly got
last
2 cars. LSU gave Brian Kelly 2 cars. I'm sorry.
The last great quarterback? What, Brady Quinn?
I can say Brady Quinn.
Might be the last great quarterback.
Joe Montana.
Great quarterback.
Joe Montana.
Defensively, like I think this is their brand. They don't have they have monster offensive lines. That's their brand butter. Offensive line and tight ends.
I think they produce some decent receivers. I think they produce decent backs.
Decent running backs?
Yeah.
I think they produce so-so running back, so-so wide receivers. I think that they're
now I'm talking about at the collegiate level. I'm not talking about going on to the NFL.
Because when they face those teams are producing quality NFL players. That's what they're going to face. Quality NFL players. And I think that by jumping into a conference, you're going to face NFL talent 2, 3, 4 times a year.
But you're already doing it now anyway. You're facing them anyway. But now I can go and get an ACC championship to put on the resume instead of just saying I won 11 games.
They ain't facing. I won 11 games. ACC championship on no resume, man. Stop.
Yo, they could. Are you serious? Who's in the ACC that's good anymore?
Listen, wasn't they struggled one year and now we're saying they're not good no more?
Clemson? Yo, the run's over, bro. The run's over. Okay. It was nice. It was nice. It was a good run. It's over.
They got the 9th recruiting class this year.
It's over. The run was really cute. It was real good. It was nice to watch. It's over, man. Like,
they just had
Clemson's coming back.
Produced the 9th recruiting class.
He said it was cute.
And I think DJ gonna be better this year.
He can be better all he want. Dabo's run is over. It's a wrap. It's over.
The ACC this year. I'm trying.
We've seen it. We've actually seen it for the past 3 years. The only difference was Trevor last year was a struggle.
But he went to. Now listen,
because they played in the ACC.
We did talk about this. We did talk about this before he came out.
It'd be very competitive. They can win the ACC. Notre Dame can go and win the ACC.
I don't think Notre Dame can win the ACC. No, they better go to the.
If Clemson is
they
the
would
only
have a
team,
shot.
y'all
The
can,
Big
if
12.
Clemson is the only team that y'all
They
can
would have
name
a
that's
shot.
good,
No,
Yeah,
they better
they would
go to
have
the
a
Big
shot.
12. That's where they better go.
Notre Dame would have a shot in the ACC.
they
would definitely.
if okay, Dabo still has his magic. Who else in the
That's,
ACC is good?
that's why I said they would. Yeah.
If you don't want to go to the Big 12 and you think you might lose, even though Texas and Oklahoma's not there no more, okay, you don't want to go to the Big 10 because no more because ain't nobody there, okay.
Listen,
But there's outside of Clemson, I'll give y'all Clemson.
Miami gonna be on the come up.
No, they're not.
Florida State gonna be on the come up.
They're not, man. They're not. They can't
Actually,
find the
listen.
right coach. They can't find the right coach. They can recruit because of the names. But they can't find the right coach to put the pieces where they're supposed to be. Notre Dame can go in the ACC. They'll be the second best team in the ACC.
I can agree with you next year.
Right from the gate.
I can agree with you next year. Talent wise, they not, but team wise, I can agree with you. Notre Dame can go to the ACC and compete with Clemson for that title championship.
Yeah. Again, right now, Florida State, Miami get back to where they were. Yeah, they in some trouble. But right now, yeah, you can go and win that. Notre Dame can go and win the ACC.
So who wins the Pac-12 this year?
Oregon.
Wow. Oregon.
You say Oregon?
All day?
It's no competition in the Pac-12.
Wow.
Man, I'm going out on a limb.
USC?
USC, man. Link go get it done, man. Link ready go get it done. He ready to get it done, man. He ready go get that momentum started for his Big 12 entry. For his Big 10 entry.
I'm gonna go Utah. I'm gonna go to Ute.
You know what?
They're always right there,
man. Since everybody won,
they're always right there.
What happened?
I'm gonna go Colorado since everybody.
No, you said Oregon. No, they Oregon got Bo Nix though from Auburn.
Yes.
So
they just got a good. They got.
From what I see, they got a nice quarterback room full of talent. Like I know they got like a 8-star quarterback. Just a while ago, I seen.
And Bo Mix and Bo Mix bringing in that SEC rugged talent, that rugged experience.
And
He
see,
beat Bama last year.
Oregon messed up last year, man. If they could have ran the table, then it would have been very interesting because they had already beat Ohio State. And that was what they were hanging their hat on for like the remaining of the season. But like you that one right there, it was shocking. And who they played Georgia, right? First game of the season. I think this year Oregon does.
I'm about to pull their schedule right now.
And Georgia lost seemed like everybody to the NFL.
That's the SEC.
No, it didn't. Georgia
that's
still.
That's the SEC, bro.
Front,
that's the SEC, bro. They don't rebuild, man. They just reload.
Jalen Carter is back. Jalen Carter is back.
Reload,
so he's their best player.
That's like Alabama. They don't rebuild, man. They just reload, man.
So I since y'all said Pac-12, I had to go. What is it? 3 hours behind schedule, and look at some things. Oregon does have a very good defense, in my opinion. And I mean, they got a lot of returning starters. They had a good defense last year, but I mean, of course, the competition, you can say it is what it is. But for the most part, who they lose? Thibodeau? Was it Thibodeau?
Yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Which is probably I'm talking the boy from the Lions, his brother. I'm trying to think if they lost him or if he came back. The linebacker from I think he came back. The linebacker from Oregon. Yeah, okay. I think he came back. He's solid defensively. I
mean, but I definitely see why you would say Oregon would win the Pac-12. I went out on a limb with the USC in my head as well, because I mean they got a lot of transfers, and you know what I mean. It'd be very interesting to see what Lincoln Riley does in the Pac-12. I know it's a lot of excitement going on, and I mean, if people can say that if Caleb Williams can do what he does and get to his receivers, I mean, sky can be the limit. It's just a matter of what they're. If he can bring that offense over, the defense can be mediocre and they can still win games.
I'm gonna
So
say
I mean,
this. Go ahead.
Oregon
it's
is
up to there.
Oregon is the best team in the conference. I think I'd be shocked if anybody but Oregon wins the Pac-12, but it is the Pac-12, and it's always up for grabs. So that's why I took USC. I just think Lincoln, new blood, that offensive system. I just feel like he can go in there because USC. I don't think they're deprived of talent. They've. I don't think they're deprived of talent. I've watched the games and I'm just be like, man, he's open. He just can't catch.
Well, I
You know.
look, they fired the coach in the middle of the season, right? Last year.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I mean, like, you don't know if guys was just like
Going through the
quitting on the shit.
motions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe that spark that Lincoln brings get them.
USC has a way, I ain't gonna say way tougher schedule than Oregon, but they got a tougher schedule than Oregon. If Oregon can get past Georgia, which I don't think they will, but they can, their schedule light.
But all they got to do is win. We're just saying win the Pac-12.
Pac-12, yeah.
I know, so
Like,
I'm saying
that don't even factor in the Georgia game.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that if they can get past Georgia, they can run the table in the Pac-12, and they're going to win the Pac-12. USC.
If they beat Georgia and run that table, they're going to be sitting at number one.
I said they're going to be
or number two.
They're going to be in the playoff.
Yeah, sure. It definitely would be in the playoff. Definitely. That is
USC got the Utes. They got Notre Dame. They got UCLA.
Yeah, the South is way better than the North.
And who the quarterback for UCLA? I feel like he's been there like 7 years, bro. Dorian Thompson, something. He's been there for a very long. Like, yo, when I tune into that game, like I be rooting for him because I mean, yeah, black quarterback, UCLA, all that. But
I think Chip go. I think this is Chip year. I think this is Chip's year. Either he takes that next leap there, or it's time to go, brother. Because it's time to go.
Yeah, I think what's crazy is that Stanford used to be perennial competitors.
Now let's just. I didn't even mention Stanford. That I didn't even mention that USC had to play Stanford. That's
you know what I mean? Like, it was like you forgot that. I forgot David Shaw was even there.
I would like to actually see him try the NFL.
David Shaw?
Yeah,
he's in the NFL. He OC for the Texans, I believe.
You say he did or he is?
No, he OC.
Now?
So we're not at Stanford now.
No, he's not at Stanford. David Shaw is. No, I'm thinking of
Oh, see, man, but come on.
When did David Shaw get fired?
Let me.
Let me look it up. Hey, Tamar, you know you research department.
Why I got to be research department? Nah, I call research department. Nah, he's still the head coach at Stanford.
Okay, who am I thinking about? The old Stanford coach. The old Stanford. Andrew Luck's boy.
Jim Harbaugh?
No, his OC.
I know who you're talking about. I see his
Pep
face.
Hamilton.
Was it? Okay, that might be. That sounds so familiar. You could be very correct. Man, you ain't gonna have me researching everything.
No, we ain't got research. We ain't got research. Listen, I'm actually research like I ain't got the joint right from me.
Okay, Pep Hamilton was the offensive coordinator for the Texans, but either way, I'd like to see David Shaw in the NFL. In my opinion,
why he getting smacked around in
I mean, I really think that like his he's wore out his welcome at Stanford, and I feel like he needs another challenge. And I think
I'm
with
not gonna
him,
say he wore out his welcome,
I think he can't find his quarterback.
but I felt like he peaked already.
yeah,
I don't see him getting back to where he was. I think after Christian McCaffrey, the run was over.
and I
I
think
think
he just needs a bigger challenge to
I don't.
get him
I think
going.
listen, he went from Andrew Luck, right? He had C-Mac, and then he got the number one quarterback in the nation to come play. The quarterback just didn't play like the number one quarterback in the nation.
Yeah, when those types of things start happening, that means it's time to get out of there. it's,
Yeah,
time, it's time. The writing's on the wall, man. It's time to get out of there. Like,
Then David Mills won't go to the Texans and look like an NFL quarterback. Where was this at? Where was this at with David Shaw?
man, it bees like that sometimes. Staying in the Pac-12, because I did at one point think that they were going to make the leap, and that's Arizona State.
poor Herm.
And
Poor Herm.
Right.
I just feel like, man, they were right there, and it seemed like they went backwards, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know if Herm will be around after this year.
I'd be cheering for him, man. Like, cause he need this to get back in the NFL.
Actually,
Oh,
I
his
don't think he
NFL
will
days.
get back.
His NFL days are numbered.
Actually, I don't think he ever
They're
going to get
numbered.
back.
And I'm talking about, and I'm not even talking about coaching. I'm talking about even if he goes back into like the booth or in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
His days are numbered. I don't even think he has the energy for that anymore.
I'm looking at the roster. Who on this roster? Now he did have a cornerback that just went to the NFL, but who on this roster is NFL talent?
Not many, but it doesn't help when
The allegations.
allegations, man. It was
Yeah, it is what it is. It's one of those.
like, so I think this is it for him. I think this is his last hoorah, unless he goes out and makes the college football playoff, which isn't going to happen. So
He can mess around. No, I'm lying.
no,
And actually, young boy quarterback, I think he transferred.
I think a lot of those guys got out of there when they got hit with
The violations.
because the sanctions were coming. They're coming. I don't think they've been handed down yet, but they're coming.
Yeah, he got the freshman quarterback. Yep, quarterback transferred.
So
One person, the bright spot he had on the team transferred.
yeah,
Another one went to the NFL.
I thought with the coaching staff that they had, those guys put those kids in the best position to be successful, and that's why they were always competitive.
Yeah.
And because they didn't have the talent,
Yeah.
they couldn't get over the hump to win.
Yeah.
And then the violations happened, and it's recruiting violations of that. Like you was cheating and still couldn't get the kids to come. That's bad.
Hey, listen,
That's
you
bad.
got to cheat to get people to come there. You got
But
to.
I'm just,
You got to do something.
but I'm just saying though. But at least get them there. If you're gonna cheat,
And
get them there. Get them there.
Ryan Clark's on there, ain't he?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So
And it's a couple other former NFL players' sons that are there. From that
yeah, but most of the times, kids of NFL players or pro athletes, they're not the same.
It's hard to
Unless they go into a different sport.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Curry.
come behind.
Yeah.
That's about the only one.
Sometimes they exceed, but majority of the time they fall well short of their father, and
Yeah.
Especially
for
playing the
whatever-
same sport.
you know what I mean, for whatever reason.
Hold on. Hold on. Did Emory Jones go to Arizona State?
He does.
He did.
Yep. He's there now.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Who's their quarterback?
Emory Jones. If Emory Jones can be on the trajectory I thought he was gonna be with Florida, that could be interesting.
I was rooting for him.
Emory.
At Florida. Yeah.
I don't root for anybody.
I was saying him, not
What's up,
Florida in
Eston?
general.
I don't root for anybody at Florida. Once they leave Florida, I'll root for them. Ohio State, Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Duke, all of them fall in the same category.
Yeah, it's Ohio State and Duke for me.
Yep. Not rooting for anybody.
I don't root for Michigan, so nothing.
So
or North Carolina, so we cool.
That's how it's supposed to be. But let's move on to the NFL. AFC East. I don't know about y'all, but I thought I wanted to get it out of the way because this is pretty easy division to pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be
unanimous.
Is it?
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be unanimous across the board. Everybody's going to be picking the Bills to win the division. Tomorrow you can make the face all you want. If you pick anybody but the Bills, I'm gonna remove you from the live, bro. So literally barring catastrophic injuries to multiple people.
Bills,
yes. I still believe they can win the division if Josh Allen goes down.
I don't.
I do.
I don't even know who their backup quarterback is.
It doesn't even matter. I think that defense
is solid.
Can keep them in enough games, and then with Singletary showing up, looking like he can be the running game that they've been looking for. Even if Josh Allen go down, I still think they. I don't see anybody else in this. I don't see anybody else in this division winning more than 8 games.
Case Keenum and Matt Barkley.
Case Keenum, okay.
Oh yeah, they good then. Yeah, they good. They definitely good. The Bills win this division, even if Josh Allen go down.
Hey, listen, that team is loaded, bro.
Yeah, that team's
loaded.
The Jets, I believe the Jets are a couple of years away from being competitive, and I'm not sold on Tua yet to even consider the Dolphins.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think this division is real interesting outside the Bills.
Slow down. We can't go team by team, y'all.
Yeah, we can go team by team.
Just a little bit. I mean, we ain't got to go too in depth, but I mean,
listen, we can go into it. Listen, it's 10:03. We can go into it. It's up to y'all. This is what I'm gonna say. Again, the Bills is unanimous. If it's not unanimous,
okay, Bills over and under 11 wins.
13.
So that's over.
Over.
Okay. 12. Over.
Hold on, let me look at the schedule again before I say.
I don't care who on the schedule.
So you got them going like 13-4.
Listen. I got to pull up the schedule because I just hit 13 on top of my head. They might mess around and win like 14 games.
Okay.
I take it back.
Wait a minute. What you taking back?
Oh, they're still winning the division.
Okay. I was about to say, wow, you took that
They
back.
got a lot of tough games, man. Several on the road. They go to the Rams, they go to the Ravens, they go to the Chiefs.
So, I mean, of course, everyone has Buffalo as a Super Bowl favorite.
Go to Cincy.
Let's do it, right? Let's do it. I'm going to go to the things. I'm going to just tell you.
I say they get to 11.
Better team. Bills on paper. Rams or Bills?
You said on paper?
The Rams.
On paper, the Rams? Okay. I think
on paper,
offensively, there's not one position on the Rams team that is better than the Bills.
Hold on, you said not one position.
Group.
One
Maybe
position.
one. Maybe one.
I was gonna say the receiving core,
I don't know.
top to bottom, is better.
Okay, so because I think they got two. They top heavy. They got Coop. They got Allen. I like Van Jefferson, but is he better than? I don't know if he's better than Gabriel Davis. I don't know if he's better than Jamison Crowder. I think Stephon Diggs is better than Cooper Kupp in my opinion. I just think which niggas force flex.
I think they're a wash.
Okay, I'll say that. I think they're a wash.
I think they're a wash.
We can say they're a wash.
And then after that, there's nobody.
Allen Robinson.
Allen.
I like Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson, yeah, Allen
They
Robinson.
got two number ones.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay.
After that, I don't think.
So I was talking about the total. I ain't talking about the top two. I was talking about the total.
Yeah, but I still think Van Jefferson,
he's solid.
Solid. Not saying that he's better than Gabriel Davis or Jamison Crowder either, but he's solid. I just think those two at the top.
I got you.
Give that receiving core.
So we got one group. The tight end.
The running backs are better.
I don't know what Cam Akers is coming off that injury.
Man, he's always coming off an injury.
I know, but I don't know what he is.
Are you
trying
to figure out who's going to win between the Bills and the Rams? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
You're just trying to say roster on paper.
Yeah, but listen, because I am to myself because I was like, that game is tricky.
Where is it at?
It's ring night. The Bills smoke the Rams. The Rams are gonna be all high because it's ring night. They're gonna smoke them. Smoke them.
Where is it at though?
It's in LA. It's ring night.
Okay.
They're gonna be releasing. They're gonna reveal the banner. They're gonna be giving them
which means it's gonna be swarmed with Bills Mafia.
Smoke. They're gonna get smoked, man. They're gonna get smoked.
They got the Bills winning 12.
I can see the Bills winning 12. I see the Bills winning. I say over 11.
Number 1 and number 2 seed.
I think they're number 1 seed easy, in my opinion. Okay. Number 1 seed easy. Well, I ain't gonna say easy.
I don't know about easy.
Because I got another team winning the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna say easy.
But definitely 11-12 win range.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And in the AFC Championship.
In my opinion, bro, they only got two tough games.
And that worst AFC Championship game?
You said only 2 tough games.
Mm-hmm. Rams, Baltimore.
Come on, man. They go to Kansas City, bro.
They smoked Kansas City last year, and the Kansas City worse than it was last year.
I gotta see it first.
In the regular season,
I gotta see Kansas City worse first. I gotta see them worse.
They smoked Kansas City. Now in the playoffs, listen, they was destroying Kansas City in the playoffs too until Tyreek Hill took over the game, and Sean McDermott made a boo boo. Like,
hey, I get it, but
I hear you though.
They still got to go to Kansas.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it. I get you. Other than that, okay, let's throw Kansas City in there. Other than that, bro, I think Green Bay's worse. I think
they gotta go to Cincy.
I think. Listen, I don't got Cincinnati. We didn't do the North yet, right? So I ain't gonna say nothing. But I gotta see Cincinnati. Put back-to-back good season together.
Consensus: Bills win.
They've been putting together winning seasons for a long time. They just couldn't win in the playoffs. With Chad Ochocinco, they was winning. They were competitive year. They just couldn't win in a playoff game.
I think they have stretches where they're good, suck, good. I need to know which stretch this is.
I think it's the good one. But we can stay with the East. So we done with the Bills?
Yeah.
So who finishes second then?
The Dolphins.
That's tough for me, man.
You said the Dolphins.
Yeah.
It's tough. The Patriots don't even know who their offensive coordinator is.
And that's why I say the Dolphins. I mean,
but it's hard to go against Bill.
It's hard to go against Bill, but Bill Jr. is gone now.
Still Bill.
And Bill Jr. left before, and Bill Sr. said, "You gotta come back." And he said, "Okay."
It's still Bill though in this division. Like if we like, I think if we being real,
Mm-hmm.
Bill got smacked 3 times last year by Buffalo. Well, he beat Buffalo once. He got smacked the other 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
But we acting like they ain't win like 10 games last year.
No, I'm not acting like that at all. I mean, I did see that the Dolphins didn't have a losing record.
They didn't.
So, and they've added a lot of
Tyreek.
talent,
And they
and
added a lot of talent.
they got Teron Armstead,
Mm-hmm.
which is saying that we want to protect our guys. So now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
up to Tua to say you can do what we think that you can do. We done
Is the
put a
coach
lot
Brian
around you,
Flores?
huh?
Is that coach Brian Flores?
What you mean? The wins,
I think
the
Brian
culture,
Flores
all of that.
was the reason that team overachieved because of he created a culture there. I don't know what Mike McDaniels is, man.
So nobody know what Mike McDaniel is, but nobody knew what Sean McVay was either. So,
I get it.
and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying that he has came into a situation to where on the offensive side you have a lot of weapons. When you're talking about the backfield that they got with Sony Michel,
Mhm.
Raheem Mostert, and Chase Edmond, along with getting you have Waddle and Tyreek Hill, Gesicki is definitely a top tight
And they got
end
the boy Cedric Wilson, tight end.
from the Cowboys. So
Cowboys.
you have added a lot on this offensive side to where you can be extremely competitive. And that defense was solid last year. So if you just keep that same momentum and add to the fact that if Tua is who we think he is, this should really be a team that's competing to be in the playoffs this year.
I
This
think they got
year.
smacked by Bill twice last year.
That's last year. This is a whole different team. Like Tyreek Hill was not on the Dolphins then. Like
He wasn't.
they didn't have the backfield that they had. Waddle's coming into his second year, and then he just break the record for like career for rookie
Yeah,
and receptions,
rookie
something like that.
receptions.
So I mean, this is a different squad, and hopefully they take some of the grit that Brian Flores had going into this. But I really think they have on paper should be fighting for second place and fighting
Now
for a
on paper,
wild
yeah,
card.
I agree with that.
And
On paper, listen. On paper, they loaded. I think they have the second best roster in the division on paper. I'll say this: name wise, roster wise, I'm not gonna say they are the Bills. But
no,
if we talking about roster, if we just talking about just roster, the Dolphins got a loaded roster, man. They got 2 wide receivers. They got 2 corners. They got a up and coming safety. Like they got linebackers. They got pass rushers.
I think that's the only place they're short at.
Pass rushers?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see who their pass rushers are again. Because I believe they got Griffin Wilkins.
Yeah. While you do that, go ahead.
It's going to be difficult this year. They can't get off to that slow start.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The back end of their schedule is difficult this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that it wasn't difficult last year, but that back end of this schedule is difficult. When you're talking about, they got a 3-week stretch where they go to San Fran, the Chargers, and then the Bills. And then after that, they get the Packers. And then they end in the year against the Jets, who we'll get to at some point in time. Their season is going to rely on them getting off to a good start. And then the front end of the schedule doesn't do them any favors either when their first 5 games is home versus the Patriots, at Baltimore, home versus the Bills, at the Bengals, and at the Jets. Like, Tua has to be Tua from the start.
Yeah.
You can't get off to a slow start.
Not at all.
He has to be Tua from the start. I am not sold on him as an NFL quarterback. I thought he was a great prospect coming out. I thought the hip injury was a bit much. I thought they should. I didn't think he should have played as a rookie. I thought he should have sat out. But he's got to be the guy because the weapons around him leave him no excuse.
Yep, absolutely.
The weapons around him leave him no excuse. So I think they have a roster to be a playoff team. I don't think they can win that division just because I think the Bills, with their experience, they got that chip on their shoulder right now. I don't think they win the division. But the Dolphins definitely have the roster. I'm just not sold on Tua.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question after when we get to a certain team. But the Dolphins, they got Melvin Ingram, they got Emmanuel Akwa.
Okay. Huh? Okay. You not saying all right.
And they got Jalen Phillips. They got a good pass rusher.
They got have a really good roster.
They got a good roster.
The roster is solid. In my opinion, probably at every position, they are solid.
I agree.
I don't really see necessarily a weak area on either side of the ball. Even their offensive line, to me, is solid. They've made moves to make sure that Tua
has no excuse.
He has no excuse. So if he is who they say he's supposed to be, I can see them winning double-digit games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can see them winning 10, 11 games. They should be a playoff team.
They got to know it. They can legit. I can see where you say that they're the second best team in the division tomorrow. I can see it, bro. They got no excuse.
No excuse, bro.
No excuse.
I'm just not sold on Tua.
They got 2 number ones, and they got a solid slot. They got a top 10 tight end. They got, to me, they have the best left tackle in the game. Well, Trent Williams. But
wait a minute now.
Teron Armstead is a close second. Tua, it's up to you.
Yeah. Again, if he is who he's supposed to be, they make the playoffs this year. Not gonna say what they're gonna do when they get in it, but they should get there. They should definitely get in the playoffs this year.
But
and that's why I had them as the second best team. I know Bill has ran this division, but just like I told y'all, Dabo's run, it was cute and it was over. Bill's run's over, man. It's over.
Bill's
over,
run was
man.
more than cute.
Bill's run, I ain't even put no adjective about. His was dominant. His run was dominant. Yeah. His run was dominant, but it's over
now. Just the thing about Bill's run, though, right? Did he ever face who was the best quarterback that he faced in his division during that time?
Hold on, real quick. Bill Belichick went to 16 straight conference finals.
Really? For real?
Nah, I don't think so. He went to 16 straight.
No.
AFC championships? I don't believe so. No.
I got fact check it.
I don't think they went to 16 straight.
Listen, listen, when they said it, I'm like, it's possible.
He couldn't have won that because they didn't even make the playoffs one year.
Yeah.
The year that Tom.
Yeah.
What was that, like 2008?
Matt Castle.
With Matt Castle?
Mm-hmm.
They went like 11-5.
And then I know and then the Jets bounced them in that year with Mark Sanchez, and that wasn't in the AFC championship.
10 straight.
Okay.
That sounds
about right. That
sounds reasonable.
That sounds about
maybe
right.
They was adding.
They probably feel he should have went to 16 straight because he shouldn't have lost to Mark Sanchez and the Jets, and you know what I'm saying. But
10 straight, still 10 straight.
Was Mark Sanchez the best quarterback that Bill Belichick faced in his division?
No.
Chad
Pennington.
Josh
No,
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Well, okay, during his dominance.
Josh Allen.
Brett Favre.
No.
He wasn't the Jets for a year. He
Uh-huh.
wasn't the Jets for a year.
Chad Pennington, probably.
Probably Chad Pennington. But I mean, at the same time, he was winning with a guy that was what, a 7th round pick.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it wasn't like he went and got the cream of the crop.
Not to knock his run. It was just just some food for thought. That I was thinking like, yo, was it Rob Johnson from the Bills?
But
but if we're being honest, he was smacking top quarterbacks in the playoffs. So
yeah, but he ain't had to see them all. But yeah, he sure did have Peyton.
His run was linked to his quarterback.
Definitely.
It's no coincidence that the quarterback left, and because they haven't been able to find somebody even closely remote to that they can't get over the hump.
I can't.
Which is why
I can't 100% say that, because if we're being honest, that Bucs team was ready made. Hold
on. I'm not talking about the Bucs. I'm simply talking about the Patriots.
I know. So
he walked into a great situation in Tampa. That was the best place for him to go and win another Super Bowl. It was basically Patriots South.
Loaded.
So he had a bell cow in the back.
So if Mo Lewis doesn't give Drew Bledsoe that hit, do the Patriots go on to win the Super Bowl that year?
Yeah.
With him as a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Because they won that Super Bowl off of a dominant run game, a dominant defense.
They won that. They won it because their quarterback had to be a game manager.
Right.
You're not game management. You're not game managing with a proven quarterback in the backfield.
Before.
But I don't see Drew Bledsoe buying into I'm just gonna turn around and hand the ball off and just throw when I have to. You're getting ready to unleash me. I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the league at this time. I don't see him going into being a game manager.
So that was what, 2000? That was 2000, right?
2002.
2000 because they 2000 the 2000 season, the 2001 playoffs.
Right, yeah, because the Rams won in 99, 2000. I'm unclear. I want to see what their record was when Drew went down.
That was early on in the season, though, I think. Wasn't it?
I have no idea.
I really think it was early on in the season. But I think both of their runs is linked together, hand in hand.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
One without the other.
Absolutely. I believe that you can't talk about one without talking about the other. I think they both have their own legacies, of course.
Tom started 14 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to say it was like the second or third game of the season. And, I seen a commentator call that man and said, Rick Brady is slated to start after Drew Bledsoe got hurt. They showed a clip of that on the 30.
Drew was 0-2. They're not going to the Super Bowl with a Super Bowl trip.
Yeah.
They're not.
The year before they was 11. They was 5-11.
Yeah, they needed Tom. He was the right guy at the right time. And Tom Brady, the best thing that ever happened in his life was Drew Hansen.
Yeah, boy, we here, boy. I was about to say that
into his life, because if that doesn't happen, he doesn't get picked that far down in the because he showcases what he's able to do at Michigan, And I'm not saying he's going to be a first round pick or anything like that, but he's definitely not going that late. He's definitely not
because
going.
he wasn't the scrub at Michigan. He just
he
was the man.
He was just having to share time with the guy that was with a phenom. Like,
and let's not act like my man Drew Bledsoe ain't take the Patriots to a Super Bowl.
Oh no, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that at all. I ain't saying that at all. But unfortunately, he got hurt. And
that was Parcells. That wasn't.
Hey.
That was Parcells. But Parcells, I mean, Belichick is a Parcells
disciple.
I know.
So.
I know, but what I'm saying is we acting like we saying that they wouldn't have won with Drew. And I'm like, Drew took him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was about what, 5-6 years before?
5-6 earlier, yeah.
You just said they was 5-11 the year before, and they was 0-2, and they was 0-2 to start that season.
Listen.
So what you're saying is he was 7-0.
He didn't have.
He was 5-13 over his last 18 starts. Yeah, it was over for him, right? He wasn't going to do it. They weren't going to do it.
So, what does the Patriots look like this year?
Bottom dwellers in that division.
Bottom dwellers.
God. Bottom dwellers. I'm a Jets believer, bro. I'm a Jets believer, bro. Listen, I'm not saying they're gonna win anything this year.
No. Again, but they're gonna be a third.
Bruh.
They're gonna be third, yo. They're gonna finish third. They're gonna finish third in that division this year, man. I'm believing in them. That's not saying that they're gonna win a lot of games, 6-7 games. Because I think the Patriots are gonna be terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
I agree. I think
the Patriots are gonna be absolutely terrible, man.
It was hard for me to think that. I was like, wow.
Bruh, I have picked, I know we probably got to look back at the shows, but I'm pretty sure I have been picking Bill for the past 3-4 years because it was until somebody beat him.
All right. Well, somebody beat him.
They've been beating me, bro. They've been beating me. And Bill Belichick is just as famous for letting guys go right before they're done. He can't even do that no more. He's got to get rid of them while they still hot because he got to get assets, Joe.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Assets. The only reason that I'm holding on to the Patriots is the Bill mystique. But I'm with you, bro. You let a top 5 corner go. A top 5 corner go.
Bro, he had to because they don't have nothing.
He didn't have to. He could have paid them.
Man.
That's not the Patriot way.
That's not the Patriot way, man.
It's not the Patriot way.
Well, listen. You need to listen. Yeah,
when have you known Bill to pay somebody, yo?
I'm with you.
Like he had Randy Moss there and didn't pay him, bro.
Listen, he paid them tight ends in the offseason 2 years ago.
What are you talking about, Gronk?
No, the boy from Tennessee and the boy from San Diego. He paid them. He paid Nelson Aguilar too, and Kendrick Bourne.
Nah, he didn't pay them.
He paid Kendrick Bourne.
He got nice. He got an upgrade from what he had in San Fran, but it ain't.
Paid my man.
It ain't. Yo, Tom Brady has never gotten a whopping deal out of.
No, that's because he takes pay cuts.
That's because he takes pay cuts.
Okay.
He's still taking pay cuts in Tampa.
Well, I'm still befuddled as to why you had this man threw 50 touchdowns with one of the greatest wide receivers ever, and you don't discuss anything.
We won the Super Bowl.
Did they win a Super Bowl with Randy?
I said we won the Super Bowl with him.
That wasn't Randy's fault.
But we won them. We won them with Deion Branch as our best receiver. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
Julian
I get what
Edelman.
you're saying.
We had more success. They had more success.
Wait a minute. Did they go 16-0
with less talent ever seen?
Randy was on that team, right?
19-0 if you're counting.
Man, it don't matter that did they win?
Did they win the Super Bowl?
I know.
That's how Bill. That's how Bill.
That's how Bill look at it, man.
I get it.
And that's why he in the situation that he in now.
Yep. And he like, man, I make corners. I make DBs. Oh, okay.
Bro, that was
now,
when they had
I do
Randy
believe because of who he is, I do believe the defense will be
solid.
You still
The
need
defense
players,
would
in
be
my
the
opinion.
defense would be solid. I think it'll be in the middle of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be a top defense. I don't think it'll be one of the worst defenses in the league.
I just don't know. They all old. All
That offense. whew.
He said they're all old.
he got Malcolm Butler as his.
Yeah, I heard he came back.
Now listen, I like Mac. Mac actually looking solid. They got Devontae Parker. You know what I mean? Who might be able to do something.
Who's their running back? Because I'm still befuddled.
Damian Harris.
Still befuddled after why they let Michelle.
Damian Harris will probably get the majority of the carries.
I think Pierre Strong actually going to be by season end. He probably going to be the guy.
I was gonna say, but Bill, it's not one guy. It's gonna be it's gonna be 3-4 guys, and then you never know, it'll mess around and be a fullback that we ain't never heard of carrying the ball majority of the time. So
this defense is
just saying, man. What was it? What was the Rex Burkhead or something? Like, where he come from?
Yep. Like
Rex Burkhead got paid,
but he was getting, and he was out there getting busy. Now I think that also has an effect on this team.
Mm-hmm.
No Josh.
Yeah. That's a lot, bro.
I think no Josh. So
what'd you say?
Saquon Thornton, he gonna be the guy.
That's the OC?
No, that's their wide receiver.
Oh, okay. I was about to say we still.
Well, they have no OC. Bill don't like titles, he said.
Like, because I think they're solid defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bill.
What's up? What up?
Bruh. Only reason they solid because Bill Belichick is their defensive coach.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
Exactly. The names don't jump off the page. Like, I think
but
me.
They never really did.
I'm not a Matt Judon fan.
But he's solid though. He's about the only one on this list that's solid.
I think what's name
I like
is
Christian
decent.
Barmore.
Was it Josh Uche? I think he's solid.
I like Josh.
I don't think he's
solid.
I don't think he's great.
Y'all are trying.
But
we
trying what? We're not trying. I'm not trying, bro. I told you, bottom dwellers. I think the defense will be in the middle of the pack. I think the offense will be in the middle of the pack or near the bottom. They're going to be trash.
Yo, this team,
trash.
Bill should be fired for this. Bill should be fired for this.
He can't put a roster together because he no longer has pieces. Before you could trade away Roosevelt Colvin and get a decent draft pick for him in return. I mean, go ahead, trade. See what the market is for Matt Judon. See what you can get for Matt Judon. Go ahead.
Yo, Bill,
and you can get away with snapping the ball to Tom Brady.
That's also your Raven hate, man.
What?
Matt Judon.
For Matt Judon. Matt Judon is a product of the Bill Belichick system. He wasn't this. That's not the same guy that was.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You mad because he wasn't this pass rusher with the Ravens.
He wasn't. And I mean, and let's be honest, it wasn't like he was off the charts last year in New England either. Let's be real. He had a better year than he did when he was in Baltimore, but he wasn't dominating or anything like that.
He had 12 and a half sacks.
But Bill Belichick will make that will have that defense in the middle of the pack.
Yo,
14, 15.
Over and under.
Best defense in the league.
I don't
over
know.
and under
14, 15. That's gonna be Bill's best coaching job. You get 14.
14, 15 great defense in the league next year.
So that equates to how many wins?
6.
Man, if they get the 5-6, man, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
And again, you talk about the AFC North, the NFC North, and they get the Cardinals. They go to the Cardinals, they go to the Raiders, and they get the Colts at home.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh. If they get the 5 or 6 wins, I'd be shocked.
I'm gonna give you their wins right now. Pittsburgh, maybe. That's a toss up because Pittsburgh always gonna be tough.
Where is it at?
They don't. They lose that game. It's in Pittsburgh. They lose that game. They lose that game.
Detroit, maybe.
Bill might not get his first win.
He said Detroit, maybe.
Until the Bears come into town.
Detroit played tough
in October.
Listen, I'll give them Detroit because it's Bill. Chicago. Of course, they're going to split with the Jets. I got nothing else.
That's 3.
I'm trying to tell you, man. If they get to 5,
so we might be pushing it to 6.
Yo, Bill Belichick might find his quarterback next year in the draft.
I actually think Mac actually has a good season.
Yeah, I think Mac has a
good roster.
I think Mac has a solid season. Only difference is it's the guys that he's gonna have to throw the ball to.
Yeah, this roster is terrible.
He's not Tom Brady, man. He cannot make those guys. He can't make those weapons around him better.
I don't think Tom can make these weapons better.
And then Josh isn't the guy calling the offense anymore. They're not running his offense.
A lot of question marks.
A lot of question marks on this team, bro. Including they got Matt Patricia calling offensive plays.
All right, so
got Matt Patricia. What?
So
he sucked as a defensive coach.
The team we left for last. I guess we all got him as 3rd.
Well, listen, I am high on the Jets. But
I like Zaki.
I think that's what it all boils down to. Zach. Because I honestly think Zach can mess around and be the Jets can mess around and be the second best team in the division.
Oh, let's say something. No, I'm not gonna go that far on a limb.
So you're not going out that far.
Yeah,
it's always the second year quarterback.
I thought 3rd was a limb right now. I mean, thought the Patriots in 4th was a limb. I mean, because we've all talked about the Bill Belichick, you know what I mean, mystique and all of that, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
I really got it.
I rode that for as long as I could, man. But
I mean, the Jets got a lot of talent. It's just that they're young, so I mean, that really to me is like the only question.
But so was the Bengals last year.
Yeah, I don't think they have that type of impact.
We don't know.
Nah.
Listen, I love Joe. Joe's solid. Joe don't got the arm. Joe don't got the arm strength that Zach Wilson got. He don't got the arm talent Zach Wilson got.
So who's gonna be there, Jamar Chase?
Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna say the Jets have talent.
I think they're solid. I think they're solid all over. I like the coach. They're young, but I think defensively is where they're going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll kind of cover up for Zach's mistakes. Won't win them a lot of games, but it'll cover up and keep them in games.
But what if Zach don't make mistakes?
I was about to say if he lets his mistakes, they're going to be extremely competitive.
They can push forward. They can push. They can make it interesting for as far as wild cards go.
So this is the team I wanted to get to and ask about quarterbacks. Who is the second best quarterback in this division? Me?
Nobody.
Talent wise, is Zach.
Nobody. The jury's still out on all 3 of them, though.
I agree.
I think all 3 of them.
Zach,
I think all 3 of
even of what he got on film.
I'm gonna say on film and results, but
it's Mac. It's Mac.
Is it because he played? Is that because he played in New England?
Yeah.
Can't hold it against him, but
no.
so
Listen, we just said.
I'll say for what's on film, Mac Jones.
It's Mac Jones, but
The
talent wise,
ceiling,
it's Zach Wilson.
is Zach.
It's Zach off the talent. Absolutely.
and listen, Zach was in a terrible situation last year. They thought Corey Davis was going to be his guy. He lost Corey Davis. The one boy, Burrows, he was his leading guy. Braxton Burrows. Denzel Mills didn't live up to it. Now he got talent. He got Breece Hall. Elijah Moore going to be like a better in year 2. This team could be. They can push for that second best team in the division.
And not only that, I really think people take for granted the culture shock. Him coming from BYU to New York, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot to get used to. I don't care who you
From
are.
Utah
Bro.
to New York.
From not even just Utah, BYU, Mormon school, to New York City, bro.
To the Jets, the number one media market in the world.
Yeah. So that to me plays a part. But if he can, he's definitely got the talent. But the jury's still on him. I mean,
I agree. And listen, like Bill said, the defense with Robert Saleh.
I like the defense, man.
I miss Saleh. I do.
I really like their defense, man. I think
the offensive line ain't bad.
I don't.
They have a decent roster.
They have good names, but majority of the names just got question marks beside them.
Yeah, I agree.
Like even like Breece, the jury's still out on him. Now, I do like the depth that they have at running back with Michael Carter. They got Tevin Coleman, so they got guys that bring almost kind of like the same package.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all-purpose backs, and not just simply a bell cow where they're just gonna dang it here. They can catch the ball out of the backfield. Each one of them, I think, are pretty good at picking up blitzes. So I think the Jets are solid. I think 2-3 years is when they're gonna make that leap. It's kind of, I'm not saying they're exactly, but they're not too far from where the Bills were just at a few years ago, where we thought, man, this team, man, here they come, and we were relying on the defense. If Josh Allen can make the leap, and then Josh Allen made the leap, I feel like the Jets are right there. If Zach can make the leap, I think the Jets are going to be very competitive, and I think they could push to be the second best team in this division. Just like the Dolphins, he's not Josh. But I was just saying,
I got you.
Where the teams were, because Tua was in the same boat. Look at the Dolphins roster, solid. Is Tua? If Tua doesn't make the leap, but Zach does, the Jets are the second best team in this division. So
you'll see Bill Belichick at CBS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bill ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going no CBS. He don't talk enough. What are you gonna do?
That's what I'm gonna say.
So who are you gonna go? Fox?
Nah, I can see Bill Bell. I can see Robert Kraft saying, "Just come upstairs."
Yeah, that's definitely for him. You're right.
He
don't talk enough.
So
and that's why Josh McDaniels left.
Because Bill ain't going nowhere.
Bill told him I ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. Josh been sticking around trying to take over this franchise.
He
was hoping. That's why he came back. He was hoping to get it while Brady was still there, so he could get some rings himself as a head coach and stop getting these offensive coordinator championship rings.
He said, "Nah."
But Bill was like, "Nah, I'm going to ride this thing all the way out."
Oh,
and Bill been holding out on Tom coming back. He can say whatever he wants. He holding out for Tom to come back. But he's not coming back.
Listen, one thing that stands out to me about this roster, to mine, when you said it, I don't think they have a dog at wide receiver. I think Jamar Chase is a dog. I actually think T. Higgins is a dog as well. I don't know if Garrett Wilson is.
I think Tyler Boyd's a dog.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd. I don't know who's the dog on this Jets.
I don't think they have a true number one
with the Jets.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think they just got probably two solid twos and a good slot. Because even Corey Davis, as good as he was in Tennessee, he wasn't number one. That was AJ.
And he wasn't. Yeah, I agree.
And even when AJ was going down, Corey wasn't even always consistently stepping up.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? So I think that could potentially play a role in it. But I think if Zach is who he is, they'll be fine.
Yeah, if Zach can get to these weapons,
over and under. 6,
oh man,
7.
over and under.
I got him winning 7 games.
Let me pull up this roster real quick.
I got him going 8. I got him at 8.
8, 9.
8, 9 wins. I got him at 8, 9 wins. The only thing is, man, we haven't covered it yet. We're gonna get to it eventually. Those wild cards, man.
Hold on, one moment.
Those teams in the West. Oh my God.
Hold on, Biff.
You said where the wins at? That's what you trying to figure out. Well then we get. Hey, listen, y'all said
their first 4?
3 for the Patriots, so we'll go 5. Still got
their first 4,
again. This is me saying Zach making the leap. That's all this is based on. Zach make a leap. If Zach don't make the leap, they could be bottom dwellers with the Patriots.
So I don't care what got doing if Zach make a leap. This schedule brutal.
Who they play, dog?
They pretty much got the same thing as everybody else.
Yeah.
Play the AFC North, the AFC West. So
they got their first 4 is Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Why? I just want to know one thing. Why did the schedule makers do this to them coming out the gate?
But they're back in kind of soft.
I think they can come out of there 1 and 3.
Hold on, real quick.
2 and 2.
We already did. We did this AFC South, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of y'all picked the Jags.
I didn't pick no Jags.
That was me.
Did I pick Indy? I picked Indy, didn't I?
I think we both picked Indy. I think Biv said something about the Jags.
I picked the Jags.
So you picked the Jags to win that division. So you mean that ain't a win? That ain't a win for the Jets at the end. So you think the Jags gonna be tough?
Yeah, I think the Jags gonna
be tough too. Man, they might be bottom dwellers, man. I'm sorry, man. It's good. As I think.
I mean, if you ain't 1 or 2, you at the bottom, in my opinion. So I mean, 3 and 4.
I thought they could be the second best team in this division. After looking at this schedule, bro, this thing tough.
I ain't that high on them,
bro. Their first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 games.
Like they have less question marks than the Patriots,
except Bill Belichick.
Because I think overall, the talent-wise, looking at talent is where you could rank. I mean, Bills, in my opinion, Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots.
Yeah,
that's why I went in that ranking for the.
I agree
for the teams.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think if Zach makes the leap with that defense, those games that we saying they can't win, now they can. Now it's a play here. A play
he
there.
Got to be some good quarterbacks, bro. He got to be some good quarterback. He played. Yeah. He played Lamar.
That's up to Salah and the defense to keep them in the game,
bruh. Salah. Listen, it's Salah and the defense. I'm sorry, Lamar. Deshaun, Joe.
Yeah, I mean that's what they get to do, though.
Aaron. Yeah, Deshaun ain't get suspended, bro. He ain't get suspended, bro. The more and more I hear about this thing, the more and more I hear about it.
It's Jacoby Brissett.
It's Jacoby.
Yeah, bro.
I'm telling you.
So you're talking about the.
I hear about this, John.
What you hear? What you hear? What your sources tell you?
The girl, listen. This is the judge. I think this is her first case. I don't think she's not to handle it.
Bruh.
And she from
Nobody
Delaware.
cares about nobody cares about the court proceedings. He disrespected the Shield, and if you give the Shield a bad image, the precedent that has been set is you get suspended.
I heard the NFL was pushing for a year, but it's all predicated off of what the judge decision is.
See, and now we're changing the goalposts because before we wasn't even caring about what happened in the courts. We were just going by what the Shield looked like. If the Shield was disrespected, if the Shield looked bad, you were suspended. So now they trying to change it up.
It's
Hey,
never
I ain't
been a
got
marquee quarterback though. Never been a marquee quarterback.
At the time, they wasn't suspending guys when Ben was out there doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
I still don't know if the Jets beat
It
the
went in
Browns.
years anyway.
I still don't know if the Jets beat the Browns even with Jacoby at quarterback.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that too.
That
Because
Jets
and
defense
Jacoby not bad.
Yeah, he ain't bad either.
Jacoby not bad. So,
Yo,
with the weapons that they have there, especially the running game, yeah, that defense.
These first 10 weeks, bro, they tough. They tough for the Jets. They hate the Jets. The schedule makers hate the Jets.
They just no,
They
no.
hate the Jets.
It just fall the way they fall. It's just a matter of when you go. I mean, you pretty much know which division you're gonna play. It's just a matter of when you play them.
Yes, when you play them, and that matters too.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, they played pretty much the same teams that the Packers, the Patriots play.
But they don't play them. They don't play them
the others
like this.
Like well, either way, they both, in my opinion, are going to be at the bottom of the AFC East.
I got
it's
you.
It's a matter of how many wins the Jets have. Are they going to improve? How many wins did they have last year? 4? Was it 4?
I think 4 or 5, something like that.
They was 4th in the division, so they had the number 4 pick. So they were the 4th worst record in the NFL.
Okay. But the Dolphins was so that division actually looked pretty decent last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because the Dolphins won 9 games.
Yeah, the Jets went 4-13 last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they win 6-7 games, that's a step in the right direction. That's huge for the Jets.
It's improvement.
Because now you actually have a reputable team, in your opinion, that can compete. I mean, yeah, 7-10, but
see, if we're talking about it, can't. In my opinion, it's not a step in the right direction. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if we're talking about the Bills being the cream of the crop of that division, and we don't know what the Dolphins are, say they win 10 games, but the Patriots went from 10 games to the bottom of the barrel. Like somebody else got to step up in that division.
Yeah, I mean, but you have a lot of you. Okay, so I definitely like thinking about it now. I understand what you were saying as far as maybe the Bengals, like the youth and the talent that they have. They could possibly put it together. But if you go from winning 4 games to winning 7 games, that's
progress.
That's
you almost doubled your wins.
That's almost 100% return. Yeah. So, like, I would take that, especially if Zach Wilson improves off of his performance. Then you know that it's something to build on. Then it's like, okay, the next step is to be in this wild card race. Because let's be honest, nobody is looking for the Jets to be in playoff contention whatsoever.
I agree.
So a step in the right direction is going closer to, I mean, we can't get that 500 anymore. So the closest to 8 wins, you know what I mean, is.
And in this conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, this conference, if you're not getting the double-digit wins, you're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
Yeah. This conference,
unless you win your division.
Yeah, you almost got to win your division this conference.
Because we haven't covered that West yet. But yeah, when we get there.
Shoot, we ain't talking in the North.
See, it's just a lot. There you go.
That's the thing. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of teams. It's a lot of teams. That's why I was like, the Dolphins should, with the roster that they have, they should be pushing for a wild card. They should. They should be pushing for a wild card.
17
I think the Jets. Oh, 3.
All 4 of them coming out. Listen, all 4 of them going in the West.
Hold on.
Let's be real.
The West gonna have 3 teams competing for a wild card because one of them has to win the division.
Right.
And the North, somebody has to win the division, so that's gonna leave at least 2, maybe 3 teams
fight for a
wild card. And then in the South, they're just competing for the division.
So the Dolphins. That's
yeah. Man. Like, yeah.
I think the East got to win the division, bro. Whoever in the East, they got to win the division.
No, they don't. The Bills are going to be the best team, and the Bills going to be the best team. And that's it. That's the only team that's making the playoffs. That's the only team making the playoffs.
So what I'm saying is, I'm going with Tamon's theory. Anything above your win total from last year is a good year because you ain't cracking that top 7, man. I'm sorry.
You're not cracking that top 7 if you're the Dolphins or the Jets.
Man, you know they be having that weird point system, like if somebody then beat somebody to beat somebody to beat somebody.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You gotta have the wins. You gotta have the tie and the wins first. And again, I think to get to a wild card, you're gonna have to be at least 10-7. At least 10-7.
Of course.
At least.
So that means, if the Dolphins improve, then they will be in the wild card race because they went 9-8 last year, right? So.
They should. If Tua is who he is, and he's supposed to be, they should be pushing for a wild card. With that roster, he should be pushing for a wild card.
Even if Tua is who we think he is, it's still gonna be tough. Still,
I don't disagree with that because it's 4 division winners. It's 3 wild card spots. I can see all 3 wild card spots coming from the West.
And all 3 of their rosters are better than the Dolphins.
What divisions did the West play this year?
It don't matter, man. They all going like 12-5.
He said.
Even the Chiefs.
Oh man.
Even the Chiefs, with everything that
they play.
We gonna cover that show.
It's like the AFC South.
Okay, so they play the South. Oh wow,
they play but they do play the NFC West as well.
Okay, that's a good balance.
But they get the AFC South. They get the AFC South. So no, we haven't done the AFC West. I wanted to comment.
I'm talking about the NFC West.
No, we haven't did the NFC West. Did we? Yeah. No. Remember? Yes, we did. That's when you disrespected my team.
Yeah, we did the NFC. We did the NFC West. We did the AFC South.
And that's who the West play, right? They play the NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC West, they play the AFC South.
All of them going 12-5.
But they also play the NFC. They also play the NFC West.
Yeah, they all gonna split.
No, that's what he's saying. He said they playing it. So this,
They all gonna split. They all gonna split with each other, and then they're gonna beat up on the West.
So you think that they're gonna go 4? Every team's gonna go 4-0. All right, though.
Yeah,
bro. He only got y'all winning 6 games, so y'all not a threat. Y'all not a threat, bro.
Nobody a threat but the Rams, huh? Wow. Stop that. I wish we just paid Debo so he can be happy. That's all I wish.
Man, Debo said.
Yeah, I know.
Debo said he went out, bro.
Yeah, I know, man.
He said he ain't no running back, bro.
I don't blame him. He's not. He shouldn't have to go through that punishment. I said it myself a lot of shows ago that we.
That's what make Debo though.
What you mean?
Yeah.
His versatility. That's what make him Debo.
Yeah, but he ain't, bro. Every play, he's not Superman. Like, he's Debo, but he ain't Superman, bro.
This is what make you Debo.
Huh? This is why we should.
He only had one 1,000-yard season.
All right, we're not back in the West.
He was great. Go in.
He was Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
I love Debo. You know what I mean?
No, we in the West. So
I got you. I got you.
I'm in
We're
the
not in
East.
the West.
We in
Top
the
seven.
East.
They ain't gonna make it.
But no, I think the Bills is the only team that makes the playoffs out of this division. I think one team could be in the hunt for a playoff spot. That'll be either the Jets or the Dolphins, and the Patriots. Yeah, they'll be looking to get a top 5 pick in the 2023 NFL draft in April.
They gonna look like the Patriots that used to have that man on the helmet hiking the ball. That's what the Patriots when they used to wear them jerseys. That's what they're gonna look like.
They might have to bring them out.
Yeah, because they're definitely gonna be reminiscent of them. Not the team that played the Bears and got spanked in the Super Bowl. I'm talking about like after that and before uh Parcells got there.
Parcells showed up.
Dolphins
Yeah.
roster. This Dolphins schedule ain't bad though. Ain't bad.
That's I think the front of it is decent, which is why I said he can't get to it. He can't come out and be slow this year because he got some solid teams in the front, and he's got some solid teams at the end of the schedule too. Because last year they won like what 8
in a row, like 8 in a row.
something like that. So like he got hot to make a push at the end, but it was the slow start at the beginning
Yeah.
that kept them from getting into the playoffs. So you can't have that this year. So all right, fellas, let's wrap this up. Final thoughts.
Bring Brittany home. It's my final thought. We talked about the WNBA. I think it's overdue, man. I know she got caught with whatever she got caught with, but she ain't getting. I mean, just bring Brittany home.
I still don't think she got. I still don't think she had it, but that's just me. Go ahead, Tobias.
Well, I don't even know where to go. It would be extremely nice for all. I got a couple close friends that's from Buffalo, and I got a heart for the Bills because I was definitely cheering for them all 4 of those years that they didn't win the Super Bowl that they was in, especially when they lost to the Cowboys the way they did in California that one year. That was just ridiculous. Hurt my heart. But I would really, besides the 49ers, I would really like to see the Bills win the Super Bowl this year. Just for the sake of that franchise. I know it ain't going to be Mark Levy and Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas, but
They got the
just
worst
for the
luck
sake
in
to
history.
get that monkey off their back, man. They need to get one. And I
The
think
worst
it's time.
luck in NFL history.
Bro.
They can keep losing all I care.
It all started with Scott Norwood, bro. Scott Norwood, that night in Tampa.
My final thought is parents have got to chill out at youth sports, man. Like it'd be out of control. I mean, out of control. Just some of the videos that I see online, some of the things that I have experienced myself. A couple of weeks ago, I did an all-star game for youth football, and the parents, they just be off the chain, man. Like they do, they just be off the chain. And I don't want to go as far as saying that they always trying to live through their kids. I don't not want to say that. They just want the best for their kids, and they want their kids to shine. But you have to understand that you're not the only parent out there that has a child out there. And all the other parents feel the same way about their kid. They want their kid to shine. They want their kid to get the opportunity to play. So just come out there and just watch the kids have fun, because the kids, that's all they want. They just want to have fun. Do they want to win? Yes. But at the end of the day, they want to have fun. They might cry after the game if they lose, but you give them some pizza and some ice cream. They never forgot all about that. They just lost the game. They moving on. Let the kids be kids. Let them have fun and enjoy themselves. And you, as a parent, encourage them and just move on. But all the other shenanigans, man, that stuff has got to stop. So that's my final thought.
Good stuff.
All right. Plugs. Anybody want to plug anything?
Nope, I ain't plugging this time.
You ain't plugging this time? I mean, you plugged for all of us last week.
Yeah. Y'all plug.
See you at the dinner table Wednesdays.
Wow.
Tamani and Kim.
I just said.
You said you wasn't plugging nothing.
You said you wasn't plugging.
Yeah,
he plugged for you.
Because I don't even know how to plug it right now. We on vacation. So
listen, keep a watch.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for seat at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Any other plugs? Nothing. No. Sure.
Good.
Positive. All right.
Baby
So
Nori on the way. I mean,
huh? Oh,
it's a baby Nori.
Yeah.
Congratulations, good brother.
Congratulations on that, bro.
And prayer to you on them nights.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I thought about.
Need it all.
Yo, I got a formula plug if you need it though.
Nah.
So, I don't. I was just joking.
I wish.
Don't come for me, government. I don't have a formula plug.
I was like, yo, you just put that out on black. Yo, you know, people gonna hit you up. You know, formula plug. Yo?
I don't have a formula plug. I wish I did though.
It ain't step down either.
Real talk. Real talk. I was at Walmart the other day. It was like, man, we got like 5 formulas in the back. I was like, I wanted to be like, man, let me get all of them.
Where should we start the bidding?
Yeah, for real.
But if nothing else, fellas, that will be our show for this week. Be on the lookout. We got some other things in the work that we're working on right now. But until next time, speak on it. Peace.